What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Greataxe Gaming. I am Jax, and we are back with Why Am I Dead at Sea? That's the game's name. Right. And we are here for the final two endings. This isn't the good ending. It's the second best, I think. It's close. Anyways, the trick here is you can't formulate your ideas with Gwen before this ending. And now from there, Quella first, to talk about the bracelet. Cat gave him the bracelet, you were quiet and you wanted to leave him alone, blah blah blah. We've done this. There we go. And then fully control. Mercurio is feeding people. Captain found out. What new orders did you have? Wait. How do the way you received orders change? Point out the camera footage. And now, Garth confesses. This has gone on long enough. It's clear that there were at least two people working together, but I don't have enough evidence for both of them. I'm not going to take a chance on letting one of them go. I can't trust my profile anymore, but I'll do what I can. This nightmare ends now. Alton, last words. What? I don't understand. Oh my god, Alton. Donovan, no. Please, wait. Oh my god. Garv. You idiot! This isn't going to solve anything! You have no idea! Stop! You fucking psychopath! Ferdinand. Acta est fabula. Plaudite. Oh god, oh god. No, please. Daryl. No, Donovan, wait, listen to me. Go ahead. God damn it, why would you do that? Quella. You monster! No, Donovan. You psycho! You're gonna get the fucking chair, you know that? There's no way out of this for you. I know. We'll be on the ship soon enough. Then you can relax. We'll handle the rest. I'm just glad you were able to reach us at all in this weather. Oh, wait. This is the same... Okay, so this is the same ending as the previous one. So we'll be right back with the true good ending. Okay, guys, and we're back for what is hopefully the final ending. I believe I've gotten all of the evidence I need. I believe I've gotten everything unlocked after 3-4 playthroughs of this game. I think we're good to go. So, step by step, here we go. I was able to take a look in Paolo's room after he disappeared. You did? But that room was off limits. How did you get in there? Shut up. What did you find? One of his... Oh, I found a bracelet of Mercurio's on the dresser. It had blood on it. Wait, we talked about that. It wasn't what it looked like. You better have a really good story. What were you doing there, Mercurio? I wasn't there. Not then, at least. My bracelet was taken by that stupid cat. It must have carried it around and dropped it in that kid's room. He's right. I saw Sunshine's carrying it that night as she passed through my room. That sounds absurd. How does a cat steal a bracelet off a grown man's arm, and why? Doesn't matter why. There's testimony backing me up. He's lying. He gave the cat his bracelet. That bracelet was a gift. I've had it for years. Why would I give it to some rodent? Because you needed the cat to be quiet and leave you alone. Okay, say that were true. I still don't see how it's relevant to everything else. That guy's pointing a gun at us and we're arguing about why a cat took my bracelet. It's relevant because you were in Gwen's room, weren't you? You were planting the master key to incriminate her as you had been instructed. The cat was there since it snuck through the vents, and it was in your way. It wanted to play with you. You needed it to move and leave you alone, but if you antagonized it, Gwen would wake up. So you gave it something to keep it distracted, and you planted the key in silence. Yeah, you're right. So I was planting the key in Gwen's room when it happened. So what? Shut up. Again, we're just going in circles. Shut up. Don't you idiots get it? The blood on the bracelet means the cat left it in Paolo's room during or after his abduction, meaning Mercurio planted the key before Paolo was taken. Tell me, if the master key was in Gwen's room, how could anyone break into Paolo's room? There should only be one other person who would be able to unlock his door. And then fully control someone. Mercurio was feeding people down here with the kitchen stock. That would answer the question of how these people have stayed down here for so long. How do you know he was doing this? The captain found out. So the captain was on to what you were doing, and then soon after she was gone. Even if you were as ignorant as you say, you undeniably had motive to silence her. No way! You're not really thinking that I... Come to think of it, all of this is just evidence that you were responsible for this operation. There's almost no evidence anyone else was involved. That's ridiculous! Look, there's no way it could have been me. Then who was it? One of the passengers. I know that much. So you were holding out earlier. You better talk, and fast. When the captain arrived, things changed. The way I received messages, what they told me to do, the person that was giving me orders changed, and it gave me some hints as to who they were. How did the way you received orders change? The notes I received were usually slid under my door while I was on shift. That way I could never see who it was. It was discreet enough. Recently, though, the orders have been placed in the broom closet. It's strange because it's an unnecessary risk. What if someone else found those notes? What new orders did you have? Before the ship departed, before everyone had even boarded, I was instructed to leave the boarding ramp out overnight. Oh, excuse me. This would have allowed anyone to get on and off board without knowing, and they could smuggle anything or anyone on board. Here's the thing. At that time, all staff was already on board, so the only reason they need to leave the ramp out is if the smuggler wasn't staff. They were a passenger. Exactly. Okay, the camera footage on your computer shows something important. How did you find that? My computer was password protected. Well, what are you talking about? I never cut anything incriminating. I wasn't able to hide cameras on the first floor, which is the most important thing. Mercurio said that he was getting orders from the broom closet. Who was seen regularly going there? Hold on. Mercurio said before this boat trip he got orders slid under his door. Why did that change? Why now? I wonder if the smuggler realized I had bugged the ship. If they were seen sliding notes under the door of staff, it would alert me. I would investigate. So they disguised their correspondence with something innocuous. Something like cleaning up after their cat. Mercurio was going in and out of the closet for his usual needs to clean the kitchen, but so were you, Garv. As it happens, I was. Anything to add on to that? Not really. I have a litter box I need to regularly clean out. You were the only person besides Mercurio who was going in and out of there. You were orchestrating this. That's a lot of conclusions to draw from such a small detail. Well, how do you explain those notes that got there? I'd say that Mercurio is making this up to cover how suspicious he is. Maybe if he can tie a detail to someone else, he'll be okay. You have to admit there's nothing concrete tying me to anything he's talking about. That doesn't mean there isn't anything. It just means I haven't found it yet. But I will. No, you won't. Not if I'm innocent. Hold on. The detail behind Paolo's abduction made it clear that one of the staff had to be behind it. But the details of Mercurio's orders make it clear that he was colluding with one of the passengers. This is an obvious contradiction, and there's only one explanation for it. I'm actually after two people. Two people with different motivations and methods. Was I given bad information? If I was, it means I can't know anything for sure. And if I can't find out who both of them are, that leaves only one option for me. I confess, it was me! You what? I was sending Mercurio instructions using the closet. When considering the camera footage, that's the only real possibility. So you know about all of this? You were bribing the staff to cover this up? Yes, and when the captain got too close, I shot her. This has gone on long enough. It's clear that there were at least two people working together, but I don't have enough evidence for both of them. I'm not going to take a chance on letting one of them go. I can't trust my profile anymore, but I'll do what I can. This nightmare ends now. Alton last... Wait, what? 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 Fuck, okay. I see what I did wrong. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're back, and it turns out that the thing I forgot to do, that I had to redo this ending, you were supposed to talk to Ferdinand after having Gwen get the information pieced together. So, we have just pointed out the camera footage, and now it's time for Garv to confess.
I confess, it was me!
You what?
I was sending Mercurial instructions using the closet.
When considering the camera footage, that's the only real possibility. So you knew about all of this? You were bribing the staff to cover this up?
Yes, and when the captain got too close, I shot her.
I told someone what I saw in your room. Ferdinand knew. Wait, you told him what you saw in my room? And just what did you see in my room? I saw the master key, and I told him I'm sorry. I expect the person who ambushed me knew I had the master key. That's how they anticipated me. At that time, Sue knew because I got the key from her, and you knew because you broke into my room, but neither of you fit the profile. But Ferdinand, he fits the profile, and he knew. Why did you tell him? He made me scared. I knew he'd think that if I knew that if he did, I might do something rash. That's not what happened. I merely confided in her that the captain was missing. I personally disapproved of her actions. I never told her to do anything. Even so, you set her against me, and you knew I had the master key. You were the only suspect with that information. Well, perhaps, but what if she told someone else? Or what if I told someone else? I've heard enough. I think I finally understand. The person who led me here in the first place, who took Paulo, that person who ambushed the captain, who bribed the staff, they were two separate people. They traded information, collaborated. That's how they were always a step ahead. Who does the evidence point towards regarding Paulo? Ferdinand. Who does the evidence point towards regarding the staff? Garv. But the evidence doesn't cancel itself out. It was both of you, wasn't it?
This theory is a bad detour. You said yourself that you were after one person. You had a profile. What are the odds that this killer you were looking for would run into someone they could collaborate with?
It sounds unlikely, doesn't it? But I got my info from someone had been tracking my killer. Maybe the killer expected they'd be tailed. Is it possible my target sought another person they could hide behind? When Gwen told Ferdinand about what she found in my room, he realized I was following him. Then he told Garv, who was able to get the jump on me. With me out of the picture, Ferdinand thought it was safe to target Paulo. At the same time, Garv worked to frame Gwen.
I can understand why you suspect me, but what you don't know is I helped prove Gwen's innocence. I also helped uncover evidence from Paulo's room. Why would I do all of that?
Maybe because it was your plan to get us all here in the first place. My murder was one death too many. It was too much attention. You knew you had to cut your losses. So you cleaned this place of any evidence tying you to it, and found someone who could take the fall. But Gwen wasn't the scapegoat, it was Ferdinand, wasn't it? The evidence in Paulo's room incriminates him, not you, and the evidence here does the same. You counted on everyone uncovering the pieces of the truth you left behind and accepting the story I'd given them of a serial killer. Am I right? Yeah, totally. That's some crazy detective work. I thought the idea of using Gwen as a patsy was kind of flimsy, but Garv insisted. I guess it makes sense now.
What the fuck are you talking about? I had nothing to do with any of that.
Sure you did. You told me that Donovan had been taken care of, and that you'd incriminate Gwen with your copy of the master key. I bet you knew the whole time that they would figure out it was a plant. You sneaky old bastard.
Shut up! This man is crazy! I don't know what he's talking about.
You know exactly what he's talking about. You were gonna sell me out from the start, after how much I'd helped you. How rude.
Fuck you, you lunatic! You ruined everything! You brought feds onto my ship, and you tipped off the captain! That was blackmail, not help!
Well, okay. But I also helped you get rid of the captain and the fed, so isn't that like a wash?
Look, he's the one you've been after this whole time. He's the one you want. If you kill him instead of me, I can make you an incredibly rich man. You'll never have to...
Oh man, you shot him for real! Nice! You're welcome, by the way. Though I guess that still doesn't really make up for everything else. You have no remorse or shame, do you? Do you feel anything at all? I don't know. Should I? Well, okay, bye, Donovan. I never thought I'd see solid land again after all that. Thank God Daryl could dock the boat, or I don't know what it would do. Guess my short-lived sailboating days were of some use after all. The authorities should arrive in a few hours. They'll be able to take care of all those people. Once they do, I'm out of here. This ship can sink into the ocean for all I care. I can't believe it. Both Ferdinand and Garv, the things they did, and they didn't even pretend to feel guilt. They made quite the team. A serial killer and a businessman. Oh wait, shit, that was Daryl. They made quite the team. A serial killer and a businessman. Hard to tell which of the two was worse. Daryl, Gwen, if you hadn't come forward, who knows what would have happened to us. The information you gave brought us to the truth. Thank you. I remember having help along the way more than once. Thank Quella. I just wish Donovan was still here. He didn't deserve to end like that. The captain didn't either. Yeah, if it wasn't for them, we'd never found out what was really happening. It can't all be fixed, and a lot of it will take time, but we can start to make things right. There won't be any more victims now. The nightmare is over. And that's the good ending. So, what happens now? Okay, so we've seen this. They cooperate. They become friends and miss each other. And I never corrected you, but it's Zhu. I don't think I'll have the time. Well, I guess this is goodbye. You're going my way, right? I guess this isn't goodbye. You're going my way, right? I'm not going anywhere. Hey, me too. Why not go there together? Just promise me this one thing. Promise you won't get there before I do. Alright, I promise. Aww. Well, I gotta hand it to you. What? Why? You figured out what that bastard was up to, Ferdinand. As much as I tried to keep my ear to the pavement, I had no idea about him. What are you talking about? You tried to frame me. You never wanted to find out what was going on. You're right. I did a lot of shitty things. I probably bear some responsibility for what happened. I'm not a good person, am I? What do you want me to say? That I forgive you? That you can change your ways? You're like everyone else. You'll keep doing what you want as long as it's convenient for you. Maybe you're right. Look, I just wanted to say thanks. And that's it. So, that's the end of Why Am I Dead at Sea? Heavy game. Not what I expected. Now that this is over, I am going to look at what to play next, but I think I know what it is. I have two games by Suda51, The Silver Case and The 25th Ward, that I think I'm going to start next. I am excited for these because I love his work. Anyways, that's it for this episode. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You want to buy me a coffee, the link is down below. I would greatly appreciate it, and thanks for watching. Later, y'all.